everyone, I'm Rebecca and welcome back to my channel. We are here with Kirilee Cosplay.
Hi.
And we're actually in a car, if you couldn't tell, I'm sure you could tell, because we are on our way up to Vancouver, Canada right now, which I have not been to since I was a kid. Kirilee's never been to.
No.
And we are going to go fabric shopping. We're going to be led around by our friend Steph to, see what there is fabric-wise. And yeah, just like have a fun time in Vancouver. And I thought it'd be fun to take you guys along to see what fabric stores there are in a whole new city for both of us.
Yeah, and I thought that it would be a good opportunity for Rebecca to possibly find out essentially what is on her doorstep with a little bit of a drive.
I mean, it's like 3+ hours away from me, but with Joann's closing, this might be some of the closest fabric stores nearby. So
it could be a good opportunity to just see what other countries have to offer.
It's true. I'm honestly very excited because it seems like Vancouver has a lot of kind of like mom and pop type fabric stores.
And you get some really cool, unique fabrics in those type of stores.
And with the Canadian exchange rate, maybe it's not even going to be that expensive. Hopefully, we'll see. So, let's get going in this car again and get off to Vancouver. Whee! We are heading in to Dresso. Okay, should we? Vlogception! We are here at Dresso and we're about to go in, and Steph has warned us, or advised us, that there is very cheap silk in this store. So I'm super excited. I'm gonna buy everything. Because literally as we are walking in the door, we are coming up with $1 per roll trim, like per the entire roll. So I might have to just buy everything. I don't know how this is gonna work. All they have are baskets, they don't have carts. I need a cart. We have found the silk. So like this, for example, is $14.99 per meter, which of course in American dollars is a lot cheaper. And I might have to get lots and lots of silk because pretty and cheap, and I like silk. So the one unfortunate thing is that most of this is honestly reading very, very home dec with like no kind of applicable things that it could be besides home dec. This is maybe one of the closest that could be something else, but still because of like the raised areas, it's definitely reading home dec, which is unfortunate because it's only $14.99 per meter. So like really great price. I am planning to get this one up here, but there's not very much on this roll, which is unfortunate. But this is the most kind of historical that I've seen. So just to kind of give you a glimpse. The other weird things here is that like some of these look very different color-wise when they are in versus when you pull them out like this. Very blue right now, right? We pull it out, full brown. Or like there's a couple others that it's the same thing, like purple. Oh no, that one stays purple, but there's another one that is like, it looks blue purple in, and then you pull it out and it's just brown. Yeah, so this one here, and brown. So we'll see if we find anything else, but yeah, this is very pretty color-wise. I don't think there's anything that I could actually use it for. We are downstairs now, and there are just so many buckles over here. I wish that I knew that I needed buckles, like particular sizes. There's just so many, which is a really nice choice. And in general, there's a lot of like trim type notions down here. I'm kind of in the elastic section. There's ribbons farther to the back over there. Tons of zippers. Very, very cool. This is a whole wall of appliques.
They're surreal.
So many. We are now in store number 2, Atex Fabrics, and I heard they have some really nice stuff here, so I'm very excited to take a look around, and we're gonna see about buying some more fabric. You guys, this whole wall is wool, and I'm like dying. I want all of it. I might get Caroline's fabric here. I'm just trying to figure out what is the right shade of blue, but this is insane. Like I couldn't even tell you the last time that I saw this much wool together. I've walked down to like about there at that point and it's still all wool and it's amazing. It's 30 Canadian dollars per meter. So like not bad when you take into account the exchange rate. So yeah, and it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, look at these wools. Look at these. Gorgeous. Okay, so I didn't wind up actually buying any fabric there. I just got a couple of swatches. The road just got really loud out here. But this is for Kirilee, for the like winter police. And I'm kind of thinking out in the light here that it is actually the dark one. Of course I'm filming as all of the fire trucks go by. So I got the swatches so that I can either A, come back, which is one thing, or maybe have Steph be my fabric mule. But yeah, these are the swatches and they're beautiful wools, just really, really nice feeling. So I'm excited about that. We are here at another fabric store, shop number 3, Rocco Saris and Fabrics, which you can see behind me there. And we have apparently $2 a yard cotton voile, which is very exciting sounding. And we're gonna go inside, check it out, and see what they have to offer. So I already feel like I have to buy the whole store because these are amazing. These are super, super lightweight cottons. I have grabbed this blue one. I'm definitely getting the blue. Tempted to get more colors as well. And then there's slightly heavier weight cottons here, lovely colors, and a really, really nice smooth finish to them. And then there's all these printed cottons over here. So the one that I'm thinking about is this one right here with the white with the blue and green flowers. I think that's so pretty. Just have to figure out what I would make with it. Okay, so we may have found what is actually the most stunning fabric that I've ever seen in the world. Kirilee, you're gonna be in this too.
And look, if she doesn't figure it out soon, I am taking it.
I need you to see up close the absolute stunningness. Like, I'm at a loss for words. It is so beautiful. And it's $35 a yard and worth like every penny. And I just have to figure out what I would use it for because it is so beautiful. I'd have to build a dress around it. Wow. They have these embroidered velvets that are just absolutely stunning. And I am so tempted by them. But I have decided to buy that panel I just showed you. And so I don't think I should be getting any additional fabric that I like didn't plan on at the moment, even though this is a very good price. But I need to be good. But I'm tempted. Look at these. They're beautiful. Every fabric in this store is beautiful. Like, if you're in the Vancouver area, you should definitely come here. I will put the name and like address and stuff down in the description. This might be my favorite shop that we have been to today, to be honest. Well, I did a bit of damage in there because I got 2 fabrics for a Regency dress, 1 fabric for like probably a chemise dress, and that absolutely beyond gorgeous panel. I'm so excited to sew with everything. Like, oh my God, it's good that I don't live close to this shop because I would be in here all the freaking time. If you do live close, like you're in the Vancouver greater area, you need to come here because this shop is amazing. Seriously, hands down. So I think this is our last of the day, yeah. But we're probably gonna be going at least 1 or 2 places tomorrow as well. It is day 2 of our Canadian adventure, and Kirilee is being a gremlin in the background over there. Hi. We are about to go off to tea at the Neverland Tea Room, so we're gonna bring you along with us there, and then we're gonna go check out even more fabric stores.
Fabric. So we have got Fabricland,
Fabricland, and also the cotton.
Yeah, the cotton one. Yeah.
We will update you with the name of that one when we get there.
Exactly.
And but yeah, we've got 3 more, and actually maybe more because there were a couple in Surrey as well.
We'll see how we feel.
We'll see how we feel after all that. I think we might already have enough fabric, but you know, there's never too much fabric. Right? So let's go to tea. This place is so cute, isn't it?
It's so cute.
So cute.
So cute.
Look at the decor in here. Cheers! This looks amazing. Oh my gosh, look! They're so pretty. Even the sandwiches are pretty. It's pink. This is like their cherry blossom sakura tea, and it is so elegant and beautiful, and I'm very excited to try all of these treats. We just finished our tea. I highly recommend this if you're in Vancouver. It was delicious.
So good.
Yes, Neverland tea. It was so yummy. I'm so full.
I am so full as well. We're rolling out of here.
Yes, let's go buy some fabric and maybe go to a park.
Yeah, sounds good.
Our next fabric stop, Sarpal Cotton Plus. Found this gorgeous embroidered fabric over here that would be perfect for a Regency dress. Haven't asked how much it is yet. I'm a little bit afraid to because I'm gonna want it and it's probably more than I'd want to spend. But wow, look at the detail on that.
You don't know until you ask.
I know, it's
Just
true.
saying.
Sadly, there's only just about 2 yards of this and I would need like about 5 to 5.5, so none of that for me. So neither of us got any fabric at that shop. They had beautiful stuff, but just nothing that we really needed. Yeah. Honestly, I would have gotten that embroidered fabric, the white one for a Regency dress, if they had had enough of it. So it was only 25 Canadian a yard, which seemed like a pretty good price, but they only had 2 yards. So sadly.
Needed another 3.
Yeah, sadly that was not gonna work out. Yeah. Oh well, on to Fabricland.
Yeah.
We are here at Fabricland. So it's meant to be like the Canadian version of Joann's, and we are going to go inside. You can see it's very much still raining. We're gonna go inside and see what there is to see. Mostly the prices have seemed a little high in here, but I just found this section in the back that is all $5 to $6 per meter, just like random clearance fabrics. So that's fun. I'm gonna have a look through and see if there's anything that I could use. Actually, some of these are as low as $3 per meter, super, super cheap, but honestly, it's all random like dead dino type stuff and nothing that I can use. We have finished our Vancouver proper portion of the fabric stores, and now we are actually going to start heading south, but we're going to stop in Surrey because it looks like there's a couple of other fabric stores in Surrey. There's actually a lot of fabric stores down in Surrey. It looks like a lot of which are like Indian sari based fabrics. We've already hit a couple places that have that, so I think we're gonna hit one more. It looks like potentially the biggest one. I think it's called Punjab Fabric Warehouse. Is that what I said? Yeah. And then there's also a place down there called Save-On Fabrics, which looks to be more of like a Fabricland style potentially. And then we are going to head back home.
Yeah.
We are here at Punjab Cloth Warehouse and it looks humongous, so I'm very excited to go inside and let's see what there might be inside. This place is humongous. And all the fabric looks so gorgeous. That's all trims. I'm super excited. Embroidered velvets are just absolutely so stunning. I feel like I've been eyeing them at all 3 of the Indian stores that we've been at. They've been so beautiful, though I think this one takes the cake of like the prettiest one I've seen. But like, look at this, just so regal. I have no idea how much they are at this store, but they are absolutely stunning. We found silk. It is Dupioni, but some of it is very slubby and some of it is not very slubby. Like this one right here, the blue, is really not very slubby. It is $30 a yard, so a little more than I want to spend when I don't have a project in mind, but very good to know. Well, we did a little bit of damage in there. Kirilee got some beautiful fabric at a really good price.
And it's cotton.
Yeah.
It's actually cotton. I'm going to wash it and I'm going to do a burn test.
Do a burn test, because I'm not 100% positive on that one. But I got what is for sure cotton. I got a whole lot of cotton sateen because I use cotton sateen for basically all of my flat lining for anything historical and really anything. I love cotton sateen as a flat lining. And with the exchange rate, theirs was a decent deal. It wasn't like a steal, but it basically worked out to about a little over $8 a yard. And especially with like, as it is, I have had trouble finding anything besides white and black at Joann's. This is a nice quality of cotton sateen as well. This is kind of like the luxe that Joann's carried several years ago. And so at like a little over 80 yard, not a bad rate for that. So I got a whole lot of white. I got a little bit of yellow, a little bit of blue, because I've got projects in those colors coming up soon. Wish they had black, but unfortunately no. So yeah, we are on to our last fabric store of our whole trip, called Save-On Fabrics, I think is the name. Yeah, I looked it up. It's about 15 minutes from here. Okay. Also in Surrey. And then we're going to head home, and of course we'll do a haul at the end. But 100%. Let's go to Save-On Fabrics. Here's our final stop, Save-On Fabrics. Let's see what they have. There's a whole variety of fabrics in this store. Stacked pretty floor to ceiling in there. So it'll be fun to look around. I stumbled across this pretty neat poly moire fabric for $7.99 a meter. You don't see moire very often. This is dangerous. We just found the silk section. Kirilee's already collecting bolts. I found this gorgeous yellow taffeta, but like, I don't know that I can wear that color. Prices are definitely reasonable, so I'm excited to see what all is in here. I am now home, which means it is time for a Vancouver fabric shopping haul. I feel like I am surrounded by all of my purchases here. I definitely spent a lot of money that I was not intending to spend because I wasn't really intending to buy like any fabric, to be honest. But at the same time, I know that this is all going to be very useful. So hopefully I won't feel that guilty about it, right? So we're going to each do our hauls separately, Kirilee and I. So once you've watched the rest of this video, definitely go over to Kirilee's video, which I will link down in the description so that you can go check out her haul from everything that she got in Vancouver, because she also got a ton of fabric. And let's go ahead and do this chronologically to when I purchased it. And we're also going to, between the two of us, do kind of a wrap up of our thoughts on these various fabric stores. And I also kind of came up with sort of like an ideal order depending on what you're looking for. So we'll talk about that after the haul as well. So let's get started with the fabrics that I got from Dress Sew. Now Dress Sew is actually going out of business, so I don't know how much longer it's going to be around. So if you are planning your trip to Vancouver, it may or may not be there. But what I got there was silk, and I also got some trim for ridiculous prices where like you literally can't say no or you'd be crazy. So this is the main silk that I got. You're looking at the back of it though. It's this right here. And honestly, in hindsight, after purchasing other stuff in other locations, I regret purchasing this, I have to admit. It's a nice stripe. It goes with other stuff in my stash, but I don't have a need for it. And although it was a decent price, I like what I got otherwise a lot more. But yeah, this was the main silk that I got from them. I forget how many yards I got. Well, actually it was in meters anyway. I think I got 8 meters, I want to say. And then I also got just a little bit of this ivory silk dupioni from them. I think I got I got 2.5 meters of this one right here. And then trim wise, I got 2 of their dollar rolls. So up at the front of the store, they have rolls that it's literally all of this for $1 Canadian total, not per yard, not per meter, total. So I got this one right here, which is just kind of a light pink, sort of your typical braid. And then this one is probably going to reflect light, but it's falling off of its thing, so I can't take it out of the bag right now. But this is light pink with gold running through it, gold metallic. So I think that I will be able to use both of those, and they go with the other fabrics that I got. So that is great. And then I also got a giant roll of white thread because this was what I was unable to get when I went to Joann's that I showed you a couple of videos ago. So I should be set on white thread for a while. At Atex Fabrics, I did not actually buy any fabrics. I got a swatch of their wools, and I'm going to compare them to what I might need for Caroline and potentially get fabric in the future, but yeah, I didn't buy any fabric there. So the third place that we went was one of the places where I did the most damage, and that was Rocco Saris and Fabrics. And I was amazed at their prices and their selection. Highly recommend them. Honestly, that was one of my top picks of this trip up to Vancouver. So to start with, yes, I did get the absolutely gorgeous panel. I am very excited to use this. I'm definitely thinking 1890s. It is just gorgeous. I feel like the camera is not doing this justice, honestly. It is so beautiful. I'm gonna get it really close to the camera and hope that it doesn't wash out, because yeah, this is so, so pretty, and I'm very excited for this. My plan is to probably pair it with a coordinating velvet for the rest of the gown and have this as kind of the front center panel of the skirt and potentially like incorporate it up into the bodice as well. Definitely very excited to use this. It's just I'm flabbergasted. So gorgeous. Absolutely so gorgeous. And I believe that actually wound up coming out to $30 Canadian per yard. They gave me a better deal on it than they had even said they were going to. And then I also got this blue voile, and I think this was $2.50 Canadian per yard. I got like 10 or maybe even a little bit more than 10, because I think it was, I just got like everything they had left. of this, and it is so lightweight and so beautiful and so soft, and it was so inexpensive. So very excited to use that as well. And then these just went so perfectly together for a Regency dress. So we've got this white with pink and green floral stripe right here. So pretty. And then because it is just a little bit sheer, I got a pink poly cotton broadcloth to go under it. This is a really nice poly cotton. This was, I think, either $2.50 or $3 per yard. Very, very inexpensive. And it honestly feels a lot more like cotton than it does like poly. Like this is nicer than Symphony broadcloth from Joann's, just for example. So yeah, this is going to be a Regency dress together. So the next day, the first place that we went was Sarpal Cotton Plus. That's the place where I did not buy anything. I would have bought that beautiful white embroidered fabric if they had had enough for a Regency dress, but did not wind up getting anything there. Likewise, the place that we went after that was Fabricland. And Fabricland is basically the Canadian Joann's. It seemed significantly more expensive than Joann's, to be honest, and did not have nearly the selection even of a Joann's. So I didn't buy anything there either. And then afterwards was when we went down to Surrey and we went to Punjab Cloth Warehouse. And that was really a pleasant surprise. It was so huge and had so much beautiful fabric. Definitely recommend. And that's where I got my 3 cotton sateens. So these are all just 100% cotton sateens. They're really, really luxe and beautiful. So smooth, so soft, so shiny. And I got 3 yards each of the blue and the yellow. And then I think I wound up getting 6 yards, I want to say, of the white. It was 6 or 7 yards. But just because I know that I will be using this for a lot of things. I use this for linings and flat linings. And yeah, this is going to come in handy. And then finally, the last place that we went to was Joann Fabrics, and this was my other splurge. I mean, it wasn't even that expensive. It was $17.99 per yard Canadian, actually it was per meter Canadian. Yeah. So I got 8.25 meters, which is equal to 9 yards, which was all they had, but it's just enough to make an 1860s dress. So that's what I'm gonna make. It's so pretty. This is silk. I think technically it's a Dupioni silk because it does have tiny, tiny slubs, but really it's a textured silk. So I'm so excited. This is going to be absolutely beautiful. To be honest, I want to work on this right away. I really do. I will have to make a couple of the other things for Victorian Festival first, or at least my outfit for the ball. But honestly, like, it's so tempting to just dive in with this right away because it's going to be a relatively simple dress. It's going to be a style that I've made before with like pagoda sleeves is my plan. And it's so pretty. It's so nice. I love it. And yeah, I'm very excited. Thank you for talking me into this, Kirilee.
I just want to say, I somewhat bullied her into it. You're welcome, internet.
She convinced me. She did. And it's gonna be so pretty. I'm very excited. So yeah, that was all of my purchases from Vancouver. Again, spent way too much, but I got a ton of fabric, so I'm not sad about it. And definitely go check out Kirilee's video for her haul. And our next thing with this video will be talking about our overall thoughts and plans, which will happen right now. So final thoughts on our Vancouver trip. I had a lot of fun.
It was so much fun. I had so much fun going shopping with you and basically making sure that she parts with her money and go like, look at this silk. Isn't it neat?
Don't you think that you need to have it in your collection
to be complete?
Kirilee is a complete enabler.
Yes, I am.
And I am speaking as an enabler from one enabler to another.
I know. I don't apologize. Sorry, not sorry.
So yeah, overall, I really enjoyed myself. I would definitely go up there again for fabric shopping.
Yay!
That said, I think that a lot of the fabrics that you might find up there are very much like a might sort of thing, whereas I do feel like the LA Fabric District is more reliable.
Yes.
Obviously, one of them is like a 3-hour drive and the other one is like a 3-hour plane ride.
Yes.
So there's a big difference there.
And like, you don't know what you're going to get when you go up to Vancouver. Like,
Right.
you can be pleasantly surprised, like the last silk that you bought.
Yeah.
Like, that was
And
just...
honestly, like the Punjab one as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Particularly because they seem like they would be a place where you can go back and find the same fabrics again in the future.
Yeah.
Whereas Joann is very much not. Joann is like what you see is what you get there that time, and it's going to be probably different later if you go back again.
Yeah, I mean, I even asked them, I'm like, is this all dead stock? And they're like, some of it is. So like they had some really interesting fabrics, but you don't necessarily know exactly what you're going to get.
You don't know what you're going to get, yeah. Whereas both of the Indian places, actually, I would say, or all three, I guess we went to all three. Both Rocco and Punjab, I'd say, are something where you're going to find those fabrics reliably.
Yes.
And really good for cottons in both cases.
Yes.
So, whereas LA is not good for cottons at all. So frankly, if you are looking for cottons, Vancouver has some really good options.
Yeah, and I mean, Sarpal, although we didn't buy anything in there,
they had good stuff.
They had good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, and $5 a meter cottons, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
Like, it was good. I reckon if we had gone there first, we probably would have bought something
It's
from
possible,
there.
yeah.
But we were already feeling the sting of, you know...
so many other places.
Of so many other places,
yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah, but, and again, like with Atex, I will probably be buying wool from them in the future. It was just not something I was prepared to go for at that time, which in hindsight was good because I wouldn't have spent the money on some of those other really, really cool fabrics had I already spent all of my money on wool.
Yes.
But yeah, overall, I think that it was really fun. I would recommend, as far as a route goes, to honestly start in Surrey and start with those two shops, particularly like with Save On. If you were to go there first, see what they have. Maybe they have what you need, get that, and then go to places where there's more reliable findings of stuff.
And don't be afraid to ask what the prices are, especially in Punjab, because there is no prices. And ask around. Ask around to the different people. Because
some people will give you different prices.
Different prices, yes, exactly. And be very friendly. Like, just be very friendly. Put on an Australian accent, for example, and you will get a different price.
But yeah, both Punjab and Sarpal had no prices listed anywhere. So just something to be aware of if you do go there. Rocco had some. Rocco had some prices listed and some not listed. I'd say the majority were listed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were also really willing to give deals, especially I feel like at Rocco more than anywhere else, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I would say start in Surrey and then go up into Vancouver, maybe into those, like, there's a few that were kind of near each other, like Sarpal, Fabricland, and Rocco were all kind of near each other.
Yeah,
and then Atex and
Dresso
were, for now, are right across the street from each other, right downtown.
Yeah. I would also say that with Surrey, we only went to 2 of the shops, and there seems to be more fabric shops in Surrey.
Oh, yes.
So, you know, go and explore, and then in the comments, tell us what was your favorite.
For sure. Yeah, Surrey, actually, it came up with, like, I want to say 6 to 8 different shops that all seem to be sari type fabrics. It's a very much an Indian area, and there's lots of fabric stores for that. So there could be so much more that we didn't even have time to go visit.
We were pretty fabriced out.
We were. That was a lot of fabric stores for one day. But yeah, honestly, that's, I think, all of my thoughts on Vancouver fabric shopping. You will, of course, hear a lot more thoughts over in Kirilee's video, so go check that out, linked down below in the description. But thank you so much for watching this video today. If you liked this video, please go ahead and click the thumbs up icon. And if you'd like to see more videos like this from me, please go ahead and click subscribe and the little bell icon to be notified every time I post a new video. I do post videos here on YouTube at least once a week, usually with sewing vlogs, not necessarily shopping vlogs, out on Tuesdays, but sometimes additional sewing or costuming related content out on Saturdays. But I post every day over on my Instagram, so please go follow me on Instagram. That's at Lady Rebecca Fashions. And if you'd like to help support all of the work that I do on this channel or this fabric addiction, I do have a link to my Patreon and my Ko-fi down in the description below, or you can send me a super thanks or join my YouTube channel memberships right here on YouTube below the video. I'd also like to give a special shout out to my Edwardian level patrons, Jean and Kim. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Happy sewing!